Welcome back. So in the previous video we have been discussing about the grinding. So mainly the function of the grinding is to not mainly the function of the grinding is not to remove the excess material, mainly for it is used as in a surface finish and a polishing. So even the when we are going to remove the surface finishing or polishing, when we are doing a polishing of that particular material, so the chips will be formed, or usually it will be formed in the form of dust itself only during the grinding process takes place. So then we have been the classification of grinding was surface grinding, cylindrical grinding, and centerless grinding process. In the previous video, we've been discussed about the surface grinding machine. So in this video, we're going to discuss about the cylindrical grinding machine and centerless grinding machine. We're going to be discussing in this video. So first, we're going to discuss about the cylindrical grinding machine. So the cylindrical grinding machine is, you can able to see the construction of the cylindrical grinding machine. So in this cylindrical grinding machine, mainly the grinding process will be done in between the headstock and the tailstock, where we're going to fix the workpiece. So where the workpiece will be rigidly holded by the wheel head. So where we have been attached the grinding wheel. So mainly it is used for to make any grindings of an cylindrical, that is it is used to make as an grinding process can able to be done for, especially by using the cylindrical grinding machine, is about an like shafts. So mainly where it is using the machining process can be done for, mainly where we are having a length like a shafts, or other parts where the grinding process like pipes, where we can able to use this particular cylindrical grinding machine. So we can able to see this the construction of the cylindrical grinding machine. So mainly can able to see this headstock, and this is what we called as tailstock. In between we have been placed as in a workpiece. So for that workpiece support we will be having a wheel head, where the wheel head has been attached to the grinding wheel. See, whenever we are this both the headstock and the tailstock having if we have been fixed the workpiece like in a shaft, whenever it starts rotating, automatically it will be in a contact between this, the grinding wheel comes contact with the particular surface of that particular shaft or any material which we have been fixed. So when we keep on this rotating, automatically the grinding process will takes place. As we have been discussed, the major process of using this grinding process is to remove the bubbles or an abrasive particles which has been stuck on that particular workpiece or particular material. So and it gives that the bubbles or an abrasive particles which has been sticked onto the particular materials or in a shaft. So this can be removed easily with the help of this grinding, and even the good surface finish can be obtained, and good it will be a good polishing surface can also be obtained by using this grinding process. So the major function of this is, in between the headstock and tailstock we're going to fix the workpiece, which of the workpiece where to be grinding process has to be done. So where you can able to see this grinding will be attached on the workpiece, or the grinding will be on the contact with the particular workpiece which have been placed. So the workpiece will be rigidly welded between the headstock and the tailstock. So whenever it is started rotating, automatically it will be having a contact with the grinding wheel. So with the grinding wheel, the abrasive grains which is there on the grinding wheel starts removing that excess materials or an excess parts or abrasive parts which has been stuck on the particular workpiece for a machining process. So you can able to see this is workpiece where we have been placed in between the headstock and a tailstock, where you can able to see this is a tailstock, where this headstock and tailstock will give a rigid support to the workpiece even it is running at an high speed, and the grinding wheel will be fixed. So again the grinding wheel, it is made up of an abrasive grains only, with a different composition the abrasive grains, and it has been molded, and that grinding wheel has been made. Say where you can able to see the support has been headstock has been rigidly holding for the workpiece, and you can able to see this is an upper table. So lower table where on the lower table we have been fixed the upper table. All this in the parts of these machines has been fixed on the upper table, and we have given mainly support to the base, where to rigidly it will be fixed on the table or floor, that is depends upon where we are going to use. So where for a larger length like shafts or in pipes, where this grinding process can be easily done by using this cylindrical grinding machine. So as we discussed, so cylindrical grinding is a process mainly used for the curved surface of a cylindrical pieces. As we told, it might be the pipes or it might be the shafts. So this surfaces may be straight, tapered, or even it might be in the contoured shape. So and the workpiece is mounted on the two centers. One is tailstock center and another one is an headstock center. So the tailstock center is the dead center, and dead stock center may be revolved during the grinding, maybe or may not be revolved during the grinding. So when the high accuracy is required, the two supporting centers must it will be remained stationary when the workpiece will be revolved. So this is how about a cylindrical grinding process takes place. So coming to the next one is about a centerless grinding machine. So this is the mainly it is used between the two grinding wheels. The workpiece will be rotating in between the two wheels. So where the machining process can be, that is surface finish or the polishing process can be takes place in between these two wheels. So this is what we call it as a centerless grinding machine. So here what we call this is a grinding wheel, and we in between the grinding wheel we have a workpiece where we have the workpiece will be given the support from the work rest, and this is what we called as a regulating wheel. So both are, it will be in the form of grinding wheels, but only the machining process can be done by this only the grinding wheel. The function of the regulating wheel is to reduce the workpiece speed, because the grinding will be rotating at a high speed. So even if the workpiece also starts rotating at an high speeds, so the machining grinding process cannot able to take place. So the regulating wheel controls the speed of the workpiece. So if the speed of the workpiece is reduced, the grinding wheel will be speed will be running at an high speed only. So during that running at an high speed, the abrasive particles which are there, that can be easily removed on the surface of the workpiece, and the good machining process can be obtained by during this centerless grinding machine. So again the regulating wheel, it is mainly made up of either it will be in the form of rubber or it is mixed with some of the abrasive particles, so that controls the speed of the workpiece. So the both the wheels cannot cannot able to remove the excess material, or the machining process cannot be done by using this both the wheels. Only the machining process or the excessive material can be removed only through this grinding wheel. But why the regulating wheel is required is, the regulating wheel is required in order to reduce the speed, and even it can able to be reduce the longitudinal feed of the workpiece. So that is one of the major reason why we have been fixed the, or they have been fixed the regulating wheel is not to control the grinding wheel, it should control the workpiece speed. If the both the wheels, the grinding wheel and the workpiece is running rotating at an equal speed, so the machining process cannot able to be done. So the machining process properly cannot able to takes place. So and even there is a chances of breakage of workpiece and even the grinding tool, because we both are running at a same speed. So yes, the regulating will reduce the speed of the workpiece. So the proper machining surface or machining finish or a polishing will easily can be obtained by using this regulating wheel, and even it can able to control or regulate the feed even the in the longitudinal direction. So this is about the centerless grinding machine. We'll see how it works. Yes, centerless grinding machine, it is also employed for the grinding the curved surfaces for an mainly it is used for an slender rods, where it cannot be grounded by cylindrical grinding, where the cylindrical grinding we cannot able to do the slender rods. So that particularly mainly that type of cylindrical rods can be easily done by using this centerless grinding machine. Due to this the lateral thrust of the wheel and the workpiece, so the centerless grinding machine can be easily machining process can be done by using this centerless grinding machine, where the two wheels in between the two wheels, that is grinding wheel and the regulating wheel, the workpiece has been attached in between the regulating wheel and the grinding wheel. So as we know that the function of a regulating wheel is to control the speed of the workpiece. So in the centerless grinding machine, the workpiece rests on the work rest blade. As we have seen that it will be given the support, or it will be resting on the work rest blade, where it is backed up by the second wheel, that is called a regulating wheel. Means even the supporting from the regulating wheel also will be there on that for the workpiece. The rotating of the grinding wheel pushes the workpiece down to the work rest table against the regulating wheel. So when the, because the grinding wheel size is more comparing with the regulating wheel and the workpiece size, so that whenever the grinding wheel is rotating, that pushes because of the size. So it pushes against the, that is the work rest blade against this particular regulating wheel. So the regulating wheel usually made up of a rubber bonded abrasive rubber bonded abrasives, means it is in the form of rubber or it might be the leather form of abrasives, where it rotates in the same direction as the grinding. So even the both the grinding wheel and the regulating wheel will be rotating in the clockwise, but the workpiece in between the grinding wheel and the regulating wheel, the workpiece which is rotating, that will be rotating in the anti-clockwise, and that controls the longitudinal feed of the workpiece. So that controls the longitudinal feed of the workpiece where the